day, human Latiosites. This is Latios Azubral, and welcome back to Let's Play Pokemon Picross, where we use logic puzzles to draw Pokemon pictures. So, let's begin. Alright, last time we drew quite a few Pokemon, including Lugia, Articuno, and Regice. This time, let's just keep going. Looks like we have another legendary Pokemon. I only assume it's legendary, maybe it's not legendary, who knows, but it's probably gonna be a tough one. So, we want to use Slash Reveal at least once, set at least one legendary or mythical Pokemon. Okay. So, Slash Reveal. Oof, dare I do this? Guess I'm doing Regirock. Regirock, this is your chance to actually, redeem yourself. I doubt you will, but let's do this. It's go time. Alright. Alright, so Dragonite is gonna start us off here. And hopefully it'll go in the middle. Do it in the middle. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Gengar, you're gonna stop the clock a little bit for us. Greninja, you are going to let us do this. And Regirock, now you're gonna come through for us. To the left, to the left. Yeah, okay, actually no, you go sideways. Alright, well, that's actually technically better, maybe. I don't know. Alright, now go to the top. To the top. To the top. To the top. That's not very helpful. Whatever. You know what? It's given us something. It gave us something that's more than I could say about it last time. So, I can't complain this time. I guess I can complain, I'm just not gonna. Alright. So, we have our first filled up column. That's at least something. This is a 5, 1, 1, 1. And that's this column. That's a 3. So we have a 1 and a 1 here. Another column. We need 2 oops, I meant to only fill in one of them. Oh, so that's our 2 there then. Thank you, Metagross. Okay. So this is a 4, so that means this is there. Okay. This can't possibly be a 2, so we have that's not there. And... oh, that's the 5. Okay. That actually makes life easier. Okay, so... that means we have... that's in the 3. The 3 can either go up or down, though. I want to say it goes up. Okay. So... we have a 1 and a 1, so we have those ones right there. Alright. That's a 4. That's an 8. So we have the 1s there. We have a 3 in here. That is not in there, which means those have to be in there. That's a 2, so we have that. I'm sorry, sometimes I occasionally make some guesses that I know have a good chance of being wrong only because I know Metagross will fix it for us. And sometimes, oops, I only meant to fill in the 1. That was an accident. But, sometimes Metagross telling you the answer afterward is more helpful than actually getting it right on your first guess. Alright, that's not there, so that's that there then, meaning that's 3. So. Alright, that's empty, that can't be a 3. Those can't be 3s. That has to be... that has to be a 1. No, it has to be a 2. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, what am I doing? I was looking at the filled in one, at the blue the non-shade grade ones, I meant. I'm not paying attention, am I? Alright, so this needs to be a 1 right there. That needs to be a 3. That needs to be a 2. And the 4. And that gives us a little more than halfway done. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, and that's this column. That's not there. That's a 1. And that would be the other one then. 2. That needs to be in the 2. That needs to be the other one in the 2, because this needs to be a 2 over here. 2 and 1. That needs to be a 1, so that would be our 2 right here. Oops, I meant to do that. That's a 2. That's our other 2. I meant to fill in those X's. Oh, whatever. If I didn't know what I was doing, we'd be in real trouble. Okay. So we have that. We have another 1 here. That's our 2. And then just this one right here. So with that, there we go. The equivalent to less than 2 minutes. Took us a little longer than that, but you know, Gengar was helping us, Greninja was helping. Everyone was helping us. Even Regirock actually put in some work. So with that, we're actually going to get the crown. Since Regirock does technically classify as a legendary or mythical Pokemon. It is the most evil one of them all, but still classifies that. So we are going to get the Mural Tile and 5 Picross. So with that, we are going to get the crown. There we go. So it looks like that hollowed out husk of a Pokemon actually is wearing a crown now. Unlike Articuno, which is a magnificent looking creature. Whatever. What are you going to do? You win some, you lose some, I guess. What can I say? Alright. Let's move on to another area. I mean, I can go back and try to get some of these missions to get mural tiles that we're missing. Because I know there are a few of them that I missed. Although, I don't know if there's that many for the... you know what, let's just move on to the next area. Sure, we'll move on to Area 23 because why not? And I literally mean that, why not? Not why not, why not? I use that pun too often, and I apologize. I am retroactively apologizing for every single time I've ever used that. I can't heal you because you're Regirock, and you don't deserve to be healed. So... Slash Reveal actually is a decent skill, though, so I can't complain about that. Alright, so we want to do what here? Set only fairy types. I shall do that. Because, I don't know. Meryl, can you do it in... Oh, you only do it at the start? That's unfortunate. You do it anytime, right? You do it anytime. Togepi does it anytime. Xerneas does it anytime. I'm not bringing Xerneas. There's no reason to. So... yeah. You know what? Meryl, you won't do it at any time. Although neither we... No, you only do it at the start, too. Whatever, I'm still bringing you guys. Let's do this. We're doing a fairy team, even if they can't all do it. That's fine. I don't really care. Let's do this. Togekiss, you're gonna set this up for us. We already should have no problem. That gives us a decent portion of the board. 4 and 1. 1, 2, 1 and 1. That's a 2 and a 2. That's a 4. That's a 1. 3, 2, 1. Those need to be in the 7. Actually, that has to be in the 7, too. So, we also have 8, 4 and 2. That doesn't have to be in the 4. That does have to be in the 4, though. And that does not have to be in the 4. I am losing it. Alright, well. We have that's done. Okay, we have a 2 here. This needs to be a 1. This needs to be a 6. Okay, so that's this column. So we're halfway there. Why did I accidentally erase that? That makes no sense. Okay, so we have 3, 2, 1. We have 7 then and 1. The 1 would have to be over here then, because this is filled. So that means we have a 2 right here, we have a 3 right here, we have a 2 here, we have a 3 and a 2, and we have a 1 and a 1. We have a 4, so there's our 4, we have our 2 and our 1, there we go. Okay! See? No blue force required. No time stopping. All we need is fairies. With that, we have drawn and captured Ralts. Okay, so we got a mural tile and 5 Picross, so Ralts is gonna get that crown. I don't know if I might have forgotten to say it, but with that, we actually, earlier, we caught Kyurem. I think I forgot to say we caught Kyurem. I'm sorry. I should probably, be more with it. Either way, let's go heal up our Pokemon. This time we have, looks like a 15 by 15 one, I think it said. 15 by 15. We want to use Aggron. Use Slash Reveal. Okay. So we want to bring Aggron. So do we have Aggron? Yes, we do. And we have a Slash Reveal where we can use... Aerodactyl work? I doubt it, but... Oh, Aerodactyl will work. Wow, okay, that's nice. Definitely nice. Okay, so... Aerodactyl's at the start? Yeah, at the start. Okay, well, you know what? That's... What are you gonna do? Alright, well, you know what? I am going to be bringing Le Greninja. Because I like using Greninja here. And let's go with... I kind of like bringing Gengar because I like having the option to stop the clock for a little bit of time. So we are bringing Aggron, we're bringing the Slash Reveal, we're bringing the Blue Force, we're bringing the Time Stop, Freeze Time, whatever you want to call it. Aggron is in place of Metagross. Let's do this. We do have to start out with Aerodactyl only because of the Slash Reveal that we have to use. And then we can have some real fun. We cannot use Dragonite, unfortunately, because of that. But, you know, what are you going to do? I probably should have brought something like... I should have brought Ape instead of Dragonite then. Alright, that's going to give us the top 3 rows. That's actually useful enough. Once again, I prefer stuff in the middle, but at least it wasn't to the point where it was too high up that we don't get anything out of this. And luckily we do have Aggron that will work in place of Metagross to fix things for us that we mess up. And by mess up, I mean things that are incorrect that we put down. Sometimes it's intentionally wrong, and by intentionally wrong, I don't mean like I intend to get it wrong, but it's to a point where I advantageously decide that that is a spot that, even if it's wrong, it will be more useful to know for sure than to not. That X was an accident, but clearly it's right. Sometimes I accidentally click things by accident that I don't mean to click, and it just happens. I don't know what to tell you. I'm going to actually stop the clock. I should have already done that, like, 40 seconds ago, but I'm not exactly with it today, obviously. I don't know. Alright, either way, we know this column is empty. Okay, so we have a 5 in here somewhere, and a 1. We know that has to be in the 5 then. In fact, we also know that has to be in the 5. Alright, so we have 3 and a 3. That's going to be in that 3. And that's going to be in that 3. Alright, so that means we're going to have a 4. Those are going to be in that 4. That's going to be in this 4, and... Oops. Well, I guess that means... That's going to be in the... Those are going to be in the 3. That's going to be the 3. Okay. And we also know... 1, 1... That's going to be in the 2. Okay. That in the 5, and that needs to be a 2. That's this column. Alright. That needs to be a 3. Those are 1s. Those can't be in the 5, which means those need to be in the 5. That's a 2. Okay. This needs to be a 2, so that is our 5. That needs to be a 3, so that's done. This column is done. You have a 1, we need another 1, 2, and 3. So that can't be the 3, this has to be the 3. So we have a 1 and we have a 2, there we go. So we are a third of the way done. Actually, we're over a third of the way done. This can't be the 3, meaning that has to be the 3, which means we have that not being true. That is our 3. And we have that being a 2. That's our 1. There we go. And that row is done. So, there we go. We have that can't be in the 5. That has to be the 5, meaning that has to be the 1. That has to be a 1 right there. We have another 1 here, but we don't know where it is. But this needs to be the 1 here for the column. And that means we have... you know what? I'm going to... no, this has to be a 4. I don't even need Agron to fix it for me. Alright. 3 and a 4. The nice thing about having the autofix is that you do get a chance to make some educated guesses. So if you're wrong there, it'll fix it. That was an accident. I meant to click those two. But you know what? That actually is useful information to know to a degree. That can't be in the 2, so that means the 2 has to be one of these. I don't feel like guessing right this second. We know these can't be in the 4, which means this needs to be the 4, because you can't fit 4 above it. Once again, that was an accident. But you know what? Hey, you know, Agron was able to fix it for us, so I can't complain there too much. Alright, so that has to be in the 2, meaning that is 2 right here. This needs to be in that 2. We have a 1, 1, and 1. Okay, I don't know why my stylus keeps on clicking on the wrong spot that I didn't mean to click on, but you know, that happens, I guess. Alright, those have to be in the 3, that has to be the 1. We need a 1 and a 2, so this needs to be the 2, and that's that column. We have a 1 at the bottom here, which means our 1 here has to be over here. We have a 3, has to be in this column, be the 2, and our final one will be that 2 right there. So with that, there we go. We have drawn and captured Tyranitar. That is quite nice indeed. Okay, so we did use Agron 15 minutes, slash reveal, mural tile, 5 Picross, and that glorious crown on T-Tar. Okay. So, next up. Alright, this is a nice little 10 by 10 one. You do it in 5 minutes. Instead of Mega Evolved Pokemon, I can't get the crown here, but I can still manage to get the... if not the crown, I can still get the mural tile, which is the more important thing. The crown is more of just an extra thing. I don't know why sometimes I get fixated on that. I'm not really too concerned about the crown. We do want to use Blue Force, so I'm probably going to use Dragonite then. Hopefully Dragonite will actually come in handy here. Alright, Dragonite, I need you to actually not fill up everything so I can go for the Blue Force. Go in the middle if you can. That would be useful. Or, you know, just take care of a quarter of the board for us. That's fine. That's a lot of boxes. Wow, okay. Alright, you know what? Gengar is going to freeze the clock for us because, you know... I hope it didn't say use only Blue Force, because I didn't pay attention well enough, I don't think. So if it did say that, then joke's on me. Alright. 1 and 2. 3 and 2. 4 and 2. 4 and 1. That's not it. So, what am I doing? I should have known that was a 2 at the end. I should have looked at the row, but I'm a fool. Alright, so we know that has to be empty, that has to be empty, that has to be empty, we're halfway done. Okay, that has to be a 4, that's our 3, we have a 3 and a 2, this needs to be a 9, this needs to be a 7, if I was paying better attention, I would already know this stuff by now. So we have 4 and a 3, and a 1, 1 right here, somewhere like that, that needs to be a 6, and we have our 1 right there. There we go. So with that, using up none of our time, because this was simple. With that, we have caught and drawn Medicham. So that's going to give us the Picross and the mural tile. No crown, but you know, you don't always need a crown for validation for yourself. We don't always need little gadgets and whatnot to feel validated. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna go with this 10 by 10 one just because it looks easier. Alright, set only psychic types. Great. So... well... okay, I guess I can only set psychic types. That's a thing. Alright, you know what? And this clock is never gonna move. The clock shall stay forever where it is. Only psychic types? Do it in a minute. That shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. It should be, like, difficult as heck. Alright. Okay, so. Wobbuffet, stop the clock! Alright, so. We know those have to be in the 8. We know we need 3, 1, 1, 1. Okay, so that means we need that to be in the 3. We need 1, 1, 1, 1, 3 and 2. We know has to include... we don't really have anything there. Alright, but we do know this needs to be... Oh, whoa, 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 Wobbuffet, you're not helping. Only 20 seconds? Wow, that's some nonsense. Okay, that needs to be a 1. This needs to be a 2. This needs to be a 1. This needs to be a 3 somehow. We need a 5. That doesn't give us very much. Okay, so we need a 2 in here. A 3 and a 2. Wow, okay. Alakazam, save me. Somebody save me. I don't care how you do it, just help. Okay, wow, alright, we know that 3 has to include... That needs to be in the 3, then. In fact, actually it doesn't. Oh. Well, if it did... Alright, I'm gonna stop the clock even further. Do they overlap, or... Oh, okay, so they don't overlap, so in that case... When one stops, the other one begins. Oh, Espeon seems kind of useful. I'm gonna use them all at once. Okay, so... How do we want to do this? We know we have a 2 and a 1 somewhere in here. We have another 1 in here. We have a 2. That would need to be in the 2 then. Which means we have a 1 here. That's our first big thing. That means we need this to be in the 2. But in order for the 1 to be here, we need the 5. This would need to be a 2. Meaning this would also need to be a 2. So I have to go upward. Which would mean this would have to be the 2 here, the 1 at the bottom. That means we need this to be a 2. Meaning that would have to be a 2 there. But wait a minute. That can't be the 1. That can't be right. That can't be right. Because... Wow, they all got used up already? I suck at this. We need a 1 at the bottom there because of those 3. Because of that 3. Meaning we'd need another 1 above it. Okay, that means that needs to be a 1. This needs to be the 2. So this would have to go up. So that would have to be the 2 right there. Once again, that doesn't make any sense. This is confusing me! It has to go down. Which means it has to be the 1 right there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I can't do this in a minute. I don't even know if I can do this in 10 minutes, to be honest. Okay, so... In that case, this needs to be a 3, so that has to be true. Which means we have this as a 1. That would have to be the 1 right there, then. Which means we'd need 5 to include that, so that's our 8. Okay, now we have... Oh, whoa. Okay, okay. You know what? I'm gonna think about this for a second. Okay. Alright. That means we have a 1 right here. This needs to be a 1. That means we need this to be a 1, that to be a 2. Okay, now we need a 2 down here. So the 2 would be... Whoa, whoa. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? This needs to be there, which means the 5 would have to actually not be here. This is confusing. Okay, so we have a 1. I can't do this in 5 minutes. Okay. Okay. We need... We don't know where the 5 is other than it's not... there. That means we have the bottom row. We know it can't be... We know it has to be a 1. That means... We know this has to be there. So then this would have to be the 5. Okay. Alright, so from there, we have... This needs to be a 1, so then the 2 would have to be right here. Okay. That means we need this to not be here. I can't do this in the time limit, unfortunately. We don't know that stuff, but we do know it has to be there. I'm sorry, I have failed to get the crown this time. That has to be a 2, which means that can't be. Which means we need a 1 here. Another 2. All those time stops, and I think those time stops actually made things worse for me, to be honest. One of these is wrong. That needs to be a 2. And this needs to be a 1, so that would be there. We need a 1 up here, and that to be a 2. We have a 1 and a 1 here. This needs to be a 2. We have a 1 here. This needs to be a 2, so we have to go upward. The 2 would have to include this. That 2 has to go downward. This needs to be a 2. This can't be right. So that means we have 2 here. We have another 1. Well, this would have to be in here, so there. That would be in the 3 then. So that's our 3 right there. We have a 1. Something seems a little bit off here. We have another 1. Wait a minute, that can't be there, which means this can't be there. So, in that case, that can't be there. This 8 can't be in that row, it has to be here. So then we have this. Alright, that's not right. We have another 1 here. Can't be... That needs to be there. Huh. Then we have... We need another 1 in here. So... That? Okay, well... That... did not go quite as planned. But with that, we have drawn and captured Gulpin. Well, we got the 2 pick rights. Took us way too long to do this, and especially without any other power-ups, that kind of, yeah, 3.5 minutes after that we ran out of time. Or should I say 2.5 minutes after we hit the time limit. That didn't go so well. I'm sorry. The next one, wow, that's gonna be a tough one. Okay, so now we have a real challenge, I guess. As in, Gulpin was the true challenge, I think, for today, hopefully. Alright, use a Mega... Why do they keep on suggesting Mega Evolve? It's like they want you to lose. Or not to be able to do it, because it's like they're telling you, yeah, at this point, you don't want to move on to an area until you get a Mega Pencil. Don't move on to the next area until you get that Mega Pencil, because otherwise you're wasting your time with... You're not going to get pick rights from them. Because in order to get more pick rights, you have to spend like 300 on that stupid Mega Pencil. Okay, well... Either way, I kind of like how Gengar does a hunt, like gives you 2 minutes of clock time. Alright, so all you have to do use Rising Reveal, although we're not going to be able to get... There's no reason to use Rising Reveal. Nothing can use it anyway that we have. We don't have a Pokemon that can use Rising Reveal for us. Okay, so let's... Infernape's not going to help us here, I don't think. Maybe Infernape... I don't think Infernape will. No, Infernape won't. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. Alright, Aggron, you can keep joining us then. In case I, for some reason, decide I'd rather use Togekiss instead of Dragonite. I'll bring you along because, you know, why not? And I really don't know what else to... You know what? Let's just do this. Oh, Aggron can't do this in a 20x15? Wow, that's nonsensical. Okay, so it looks like Metagross is still better than Aggron. Let's do this! Let's do this! Alright. So, Dragonite, give me something in the middle. Do it in the middle. Do your business in the middle. Come on. That's what I'm talking about! That there's what I'm talking about. Gengar, go freeze that there clock. You know, that's empty. We have a 2 at the bottom of here. That's done. We have that 3 right there. We have... That's empty. That's empty. Okay. That is a 2. That is a 3. That is a 2. We have a 1 and a 1. That is a 2. That's a 2. Okay. So, from there we have... That's a 4. That's a 3. Oh, wait a minute. What am I... Oh, I'm looking at the previous row. Wow. Okay. We have a 1 and a 2. That's going to be in the 2 then. That is not the 1, so this is the 1. So that's going to be in the 7. That's also in the 7. Okay. So in that case, 7's going to actually go downward. That's actually good to know. I should probably start using... Alright, so we have the 6 then, so that's actually useful enough. I meant to go down this column, but, you know, whatever. That means we have this. That's going to be a 4. That's going to be a 4 as well. That's a 3. Okay. That's a 2, so that's our 5. Now, I think Greninja can start helping us out now. You know that needs to be in the 4. That's also in the 4 then. So we know that's a 1. Those are in the 5. That's our 1 there, so that's a 4. So that's done. That's a 4. That's a 5, and that's the 2 for the 1. There we go. That's a 2. Oh, so that's the 3. 1 and 1. 2, and that's our other 1 for the 2 up there. And that can't be a 3. So this needs to be our 1. So we're halfway there. That needs to be a 1. That can't be a 3, so we have our 1s right there. That is a 3. And it needs to be a 2. We need another 1 in here. Can't be here because that's a 1. And we have the 2 at the bottom. That's a 5. That's a 5. That's a 2. That's a 5. That's a 1. That's a 4. That's a 1. That's a 3. So that means we have a 2 here. We have a 7. Okay, so it's going to go down there. Alright, I should have noticed that. That's our 5 then. And we have a 2 right here. I didn't mean to actually go all the way over there because I know it's obviously a 3. But I'm obviously being a little more careless at this point since we already pretty much have this all but 1. Because now we have 2 and a 2. 3, 2, 1, 2, and that's a 4, 4, 2, and 3. There we go. So with that, we have drawn and captured Mesprit. Once I get a little more confident with what I'm doing, you can tell that I end up using the axes, because it takes time that way, and this way it takes less time to do it without the X's. I recommend, if you are not that confident with it, don't not use X's. I have a bad habit of doing that all the time, of just not using the X's. There is no reason not to, so the only reason I don't occasionally is because of the time constraints. Okay, so we have a 20 by 15 and a 15 by 15. I think I'm going to do the 15 one right now. I definitely should do the 21, but, you know. I'm in the mood to do this 15 one right now. Garchomp. And Square Reveal. Okay, so we want to use Garchomp instead of Dragonite. That is fine. That is definitely fine. Let's do this! 15 minutes? You got it. Alright, so, Garchomp. Show me what you got. Do it in the middle. Go in the middle. I know you can do it. Yes! Okay, that's what I'm talking about. Alright. That is what I'm talking about. Alright, we know that has to be in the 3. I'm going to use Gengar. And I'm going to use Greninja. Alright, we know that has to be a 3. No, wait, that's the 2. Okay, what am I doing? Alright, that... I knew that was 3, too. Oh, that was the 2. Alright, I'm wasting time now. Alright, so that's a 5. Alright, that's... the 3. That's the 4. That's the 6. You have a 4 and a 1. So that's the 4. And... well, that gives you a lot of information right there. It's a 2. We have a 1. And... well, they can't be connected, so that's obviously the 2 right there. Putting in that column. Now we have... that's a 1. That's a 1. That can't be the 5. This has to be the 5, obviously. In fact, that is too obvious. Alright, so those are 1s. Alright, nothing is given there. We do know, though, we have that and that. That's a 5. And we know that's a 3. We know that has to be in the 1. So we have the first 2 1s done. Alright, so from here we know we have a 3 right there. Well, that has to be in the 3. Is that in the 5? That is in the 5. Okay, and that is not. So there's our 5 right there then. Well, I should have known that wasn't in the 5, although we know that's in the 2. That's in the 2. Oops, that was an accident, but you know, more information. Okay, so we have 5, 3, and 4. There we go. Okay. It's almost a guaranteed row to begin with, so I can't complain there. Alright, that's a 1, and a 1, and a 2, and a 1. Okay, 3, and a 6. And a 3, and a 4. 7 and 1. Alright, you know the 7 is to go upward then. I should have noticed that. I should have counted. I have this bad habit of not even counting half the time. Alright, we know that has to be a 3, which means this has to be a 3 because you can't fit a 3 in the bottom. And we have a 1. There we go. Alright, so we have a 3 here. That needs to be in the 3, and that would be the 3. Okay, so we have this 3. That's a 5. So there's a 3 there. We have a 2 in here. That's the 2, and that's the 1. That's a 2, 3, and 3. 2 to the 5. That's a 2. Going downward, another 2 here. That's a 4. That's a 4. No, wait a minute. That's a 3. That's the 4. Like I said, you want to count. When you pay attention, it's amazing. I meant to click this one. You see, that happens. I clicked in the same spot twice, and all of a sudden it clicks in the wrong thing. You know, it doesn't even matter at this point. We already have this 1. Because we have a 1 down here. There we go. Alright, so with that, it didn't take too long. With that, we have drawn and captured Salamence. Alright. That's easily in the 15-minute point. In fact, even without the Gengar, that was fine. So we're gonna get a mural tile and a Pickrite, a few Pickrites, but that we actually do get the crown. So, Mence gets to wear a nice little crown right there, that's kinda nice. Okay, next up, we wanna bring at least one water type and use freeze time. So I guess basically exactly the same team as we already have, only I think I'd rather actually bring Dragonite than Garchomp. Because it has... Yeah, I definitely like Dragonite more than Garchomp. Dragonite is definitely, without a doubt, better than Garchomp. There is no such thing as an argument against that statement. So, because Dragonite is just a superior Pokemon. Alright. So let's do this. We want to use Dragonite. Give us half of the board. Well, I bet you're going to go right in the corner, too, this time. I called it. I mean, luckily, it still does some decent work for you, even if it does go in the corner, so it's not like I can complain too much. It's not like this is one of the big puzzles, where it's like, it's not like this was the Mespert one. That would kind of suck. Alright, we have a 3 right there, we have a 4 and a 1. We have a 1, 2, 2, 1. This needs to be a 2. This needs to be 3. That's a 3. That's a 1. Oh, for the 2. So we have a 2 here. And we have a 1, 2, 1, 1. That's the 4. And we have a 2 right there. There we go. So with that, we didn't even use the clock up at all. With that, we have drawn and captured Stunfisk. Alright. So with that, we brought a water type, we used freeze time, and we got the 5-minute point. So with that, we got 6 Pickrites, and Stunfisk gets to wear a nice little crown right there. Alright. For the next one, we want to bring Chatot. Do we even have Chatot? We do. Okay. I'm going to heal everyone up, and then we will be good to go. I know some of you, like, have left comments that said, like, that we're asking for, like, help with stuff and how you don't know how to do this thing. I guarantee the more you do this, the better at it you will probably get with it. Alright, we want to use Hyperscan. Okay, I'm going to stop the clock. I'm going to use Greninja, and I'm going to waste our Hyperscan. I know it's a waste, but this way I'm going to remember. That's 5 and a... That's the 1, that's the 4. Should have known, I was not paying attention. We have 3, 3, 2, that's a 7, that's a 3, that's a 1, so that's a 2. I didn't mean to do that. But we know that's a 1 then, because these have to be ones up here. Alright, so we also know that's a 10 right there. We have a 1 and a 1. This needs to be a... Oh yeah, it's the 1 for the 2. Okay, fine. So we have a 2 and 1. That's a 2. That's a 2. 2. And there we go. So, 1 second! With that, we have drawn and captured Fungus. It's gonna get the crown, not that I really care too much, it's just a Fungus. There's a Fungus Among Us. There's definitely a Fungus Among Us. Alright, so... Set 2 or more dragon types, use square reveal at least once. Just gonna heal up our Pokemon here, and then we will be good to go. Alright, 2 or more dragons. You know what? Zygarde, you're in. Use square reveal at least once. I'll use it more than once. I don't even care. You know what? Let's do this. Let's have fun while we're at it. It's go time. Alright. So, Dragonite, you're up. Do it in the middle, please. That'll be most helpful. A little off the middle, but you know, I'll take it. Gengar, you can start us off. Zygarde, we're doing this. I'm gonna just let Zygarde do this for us. And one more. Let's do that. So that way we have a lot of scattered information, and I'm going to use the Ninja to give us a little bit of extra help here. Alright, we know this needs to be the 4, meaning that can't be there, which means that can't be in the 3. Alright, we know that's a 3, meaning that can't be there. Okay, we know that can't be there, we know that's a 2. Okay, so from there we know that we need a 2 here, that needs to be a 5. You know, that needs to be a 1. Okay, this needs to be a 3 right here. Useful enough. I meant to click on this one. That needs to be a 3. That needs to be a 1. Meaning we need a 2 right here. Alright, we need a 1 in here. Okay, this needs to be a 2. That needs to be a 1. That needs to be a 2. And this needs to be a 1. This needs to be a 3. In fact, it's going to go all the way to a 5. That's a 1, that's a 1. That is a 3. That is not there, so that's a 2. I should have actually known that was a 1, but I'm an idiot. So we have another 1 in here somewhere, but I'm not exactly positive where it is. So we know that has to be a 1. That needs to be a 1 because that's a 2. That needs to be in the 3 somehow. Alright, so we have this. We have a 1 and 3, so we have 2 rows done. Okay, so these need to be 2s, so that's done. That needs to be a 2, that needs to be a 1, that needs to be 3. And this needs to be a 1, so that's a 6. There we go. Alright, now we need a 3. Those are 1s, so we have that done. Okay, this needs to be a 5, and we have a 1 right there, so this row is done. We need a 3 in here. That needs to be in the 3. That needs to be a 1, so there we have a 3 right there. Okay, so from here we have that's a 1, so we have a 3 and a 2. That's somewhere over there. That's a 1, that's a 3. So this would be the 4 right here, and that needs to be in the 2. So that means we have that has to be there because this column is filled. Okay. Alright, the clock started moving now, so unfortunately we're not going to be able to do this in 0 time, but you know what, that's okay. I don't feel bad about not doing this in 0 time. That's a 2, that's a 3, and that's a 3. These are all in 2s anyway. Well, we know those are empty up there. That is a 3. That's a 2, so that has to be the 1. And we have that being a 2 right there. That's a 3. So we are making our way here because that has to be the 1 right there. That is a 2. That is a 1. So the 1's going to go right there. The 1 right here. This needs to be a 3. Be the 1 right there. Okay. That's a 2. That's a 1. The 3 is going to have to be over here because you can't fit a 3 on the right. That is our 2 right there, and our other 2 right there. That is that row done. That is a 2. And this is our 1 and our 2. So there's our 2 right there. There we go. Okay. Our 3 is going to have to be right there, so that's our 2. There's a 5 and a 6. There we go. So with that, 1:37, although technically it was 3 minutes and 37 seconds because we did get that free 2 minutes from Gengar, we have drawn and captured Reshiram! And Reshiram gets to wear that nice little crown. Okay. So we're going to get some pick rights there, and that's that. So we actually are getting closer with these, to filling up these mural tile stuff. We're going to eventually, I'm going to do these mural tiles probably last, and by last I mean, like, toward the end. Once again, we can do some challenges here to get free Picross. Not that we need them in any way, but you know what? Whatever. Whatever. I'm in the mood to actually do, like, a free, easy thing. Easy mode. Easy mode. Okay, so 2 and 2, that's a 3, that's a 4, 2, and... that can't be there, so that can't be there. That has to be that. What am I doing? I'm losing it. That can't be that then. Which means... what am I doing? There we go. Okay, I'm losing my mind here today. Okay, so we have 5, 2, 1... 1, 3, 1 and 2, 2 and 2, 2 and 1, 1 and 2, we have a 6, 3 and 5, and our 6 right there. Okay, so we have a 6, we have a 6, we have a 5, we have a 2, 1 and 1, 1, 3, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 4, that's our 3, a 2, and there we go. Okay, so we have 7 and 7, 6, 2 and 4, 1 and 3, so 2, 1, 1, or at least it could be there, although it's probably going to be there, so we're going to have that. There we go. So we have a 1 and a 5, we have a 6, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2 and 3, 5 and 1, 3, 1, 1, so we have a 2 right there. There we go. Alright. These aren't that bad. I make a lot of mistakes, as you can see, but I can easily tell. It's not that hard to tell when you make a mistake when something doesn't make any sense. Sometimes it just helps you keep going right when you guess. But you have to be able to know where your guesses are, and you can easily just keep going. This isn't that bad. It seemed a lot more difficult earlier on with Picross. It seems to have gotten easier as we have moved on in here. So, I mean, I can't complain too much. It's gotten a lot more fun, I'm not gonna lie. I'm having a lot more fun with it now than I did really early on when I barely knew what I was doing. I mean, I've never played a Picross game before this game, so this whole thing is new to me. And I really actually kind of like it. It requires, like, thinking. It takes some thought, and I do like a game that makes you actually have to think outside the box a little bit. I kind of like that, the idea of that. Alright, Alteria doesn't work for anything here. Oh, too bad I didn't use Zekrom for that. That would have actually... Does Zekrom even... Yeah, Zekrom can use any time. Well, that is, definitely a consideration to think about for the future, I suppose. Infernape can't be used here, but it's definitely good to have around because you can use it anytime, and it is kind of nice to be able to give you some free blocks on a 10 or a 15 block. Well, but 10 or 15 by 10 or 15, respectively. I don't know. These puzzles seem kind of fun. So, yeah, next time we're going to keep going into a new area, and we're going to be drawing some new, or at least some more Pokemon. We're not getting that Magearna quite yet, so, you know. Whatever, we're going to draw some more Pokemon and have some more fun. So thank you for watching. As always, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time when we draw some more Pokemon through these fun little puzzles. Goodbye.